All right, so the coin we are covering today is the REN protocol, and it is an absolute bloodbath out there today, folks. Bitcoin broke below its previous high from the last cycle, which has never happened before. And as I'm recording this, Bitcoin is sitting at $18,100 and about to break the 18K level. And Ethereum is getting very close to breaking below $900. So, pretty insane time to be alive in the crypto world. And congrats to you if you are still alive. You have outlasted Three Arrows Capital, who at one time had assets over $18 billion in just crypto alone. And three AC or Three Arrows Capital was essentially just two dudes. This isn't like a venture capital firm with outside capital. This is just these two 30, I think they're 30-year-olds, 32-year-olds, Suzu and Kyle. And it started with money they made from working on Wall Street for only, I think, a year and a half or so. I think it was maybe $400,000. The two of them started with just savings and basically became the king of leverage longs in the last 2 years. And that leverage is what eventually led to their demise. They now have, at the very least, liabilities of over $1.2 billion, according to the Masari team. And Masari's usually pretty accurate with this stuff, and that's a conservative estimate of what they know is still out there. They did very much get liquidated on their $200 million Ethereum position last night. So that big red candle you're seeing right now pretty much has Three Arrows Capital written all over it. I'm sure there's others that got very much liquidated as well, but that was the level everyone was kind of keeping an eye on. And I think the Alameda team was hunting that. I think it was $10,030 level. That if the Ethereum broke below that, they would be liquidated. And that certainly happened. But it's really creating some opportunities for some really great buys of, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Who knows? Obviously, not financial advice, not telling you to go buy Ethereum or Bitcoin or REN protocol or anything right now. Because certainly we all know it can, once you think it's the bottom, it can go even more bottom. So before the end of the day is done, we could see a $17,000 Bitcoin, we could see a $16,000 Bitcoin. Who knows? But right now, REN Protocol, one of my favorite projects that I really like, is sitting at 9 cents. And with the total diluted market cap of just $90 million. And this is, very much one of the most promising interoperability plays out there. And this is, another one that doesn't have these unlocks that you have to really be worried about. There's only ever going to be 1 billion tokens of REN. They got to an all-time high of $1.83 on February 21st. And even that, which was amazing to see, is still only a $1.8 billion market cap, which, in the throes of a Bitcoin, bear or bull market, $1.8 billion basically just gets you maybe into the top, 60 or something on coin market cap. So not even, nowhere near as high as some of the, more over, I can't even think of the word, like overhyped projects that got to like tens and twenties of billions that should have never been there. But if you're not familiar with REN protocol, what they do is they provide an interoperability and liquidity between different blockchains. So if you're, for example, if you're a Bitcoiner and you want to dive into DeFi on Ethereum, which no chance you would want to do that right now with all the FUD out there about DeFi and everything getting liquidated. But that's just one example. Then you would lock your Bitcoin into the REN VM and get REN BTC. But that's just one example. You can do that with Zcash and all the other chains. So it's very much a forward-thinking project that was built in 2018. So it's been around for a while, but it's kind of one of the crypto OGs. Everyone, I would say, like Zcash and REN is what you always see with, the big guys like Alameda or Block Tower and Ari Paul. They're all holding REN. They're all very big supporters of REN. And weirdly enough, Alameda Research, the people who are pretty much winning this bear market right now and liquidating everybody, they actually acquihired is probably the easiest way to describe it. They acquired REN BTC or REN protocol or REN Labs about 2 years ago and brought them into the Alameda team. And they still are very much a part of the Alameda team, which has never happened. Alameda doesn't acquire companies, acquire projects. So they're very much a Sam Bankman-Fried, Tabasco, inside project is probably the easiest way to describe that. So if you're going to be betting on anyone to come out of this bear market looking good, it's Alameda Project. So Solana, I think that's one reason Solana is doing well right now, and REN is definitely not doing well at 9 cents, but certainly creates an interesting buying opportunity And another big backer of REN is Ari Paul, the head of Block Tower, who is probably one of the smartest investors in the space right now. And he and I think Alameda and a few other ones, Pantera, put $23 million into REN Labs or REN Protocol back in February of this year. So they're still very much heavily investing into REN, which is kind of crazy to think that just that fundraising was 23 million, and right now their entire fully diluted market cap is just 90 million. But anyway, yeah, he's been a big proponent. If he hardly ever talks about any project specifically that he's invested in, other than Bitcoin and Ethereum. And when he was on Up Only, I believe it was, maybe like 6 or 7 months ago, the only other protocol or project that he even talked about as promising was REN, where he talked about interoperability being the future, and projects like REN doing very interesting things. So that was one time where I popped my head up and was like, oh my gosh, he's talking about something, one of my bags that I didn't think anyone really knew too much about it. But he's very much a heavy supporter. Same with Alameda, obviously a huge supporter of RenBT or REN Labs and the REN VM and what they're doing. But yeah, my thesis for REN is really, not too complicated. If it gets, into the top 100 on coin market cap, and if crypto is not dead, and we do have another bull market somewhere, sometime, and interoperability is a thing, those three things, if those three things happen, I think, REN is an easy 10x from here, because at a $90 million fully diluted, and that's just not market cap, that's fully diluted market cap, that only puts them at a $900 million market cap, which basically would just get them into the top 100 on coin market cap during a bull run. So, my thesis right now, and right, and when you're at these points where you're just dollar cost averaging into projects that you really love, that you are buying basically 10x from here, you almost are giddy that you can get these kind of prices. But if you're listening to this, and you're probably not, because any video I do on YouTube or iTunes whenever I cover REN gets zero views. So REN is really a project that has no hype, has no marketing. Their team is just heads down. Really, the only thing you ever hear from them is just their monthly Medium post on their updates on what's going on with REN VM and what updates they're making. And yeah, they're one of those where they're involved in DeFi, but this is impossible to say that they're safe, but they're one that in terms of when they're audited, the auditors that come through them, they do everything right. The developers are top notch, great team. But yeah, it's certainly never going to be a hype coin. It's not going to be a meme coin. It's just going to be one of those coins that keeps their heads down, in a bull market and a bear market, just and keep shipping product, which I like, but isn't always the best for price movement. But yeah, that's basically my thesis. And is if crypto's not dead, if interoperability is a thing in the future, and REN is very much the OG of interoperability, and if they just make the first page of CoinMarketCap, then I think REN is an easy 5 to 10x from here. But yeah, that's kind of my price prediction for REN and the state of the market as we sit today. But yeah, fun times to be alive in crypto. And if you're listening to this, you're still alive and kicking. So congrats to you. But yeah, enjoy your weekend. If you want to check out that BlockFi card, always got to mention them. Really like working with them. I love that BlockFi card, and it's really the only thing in crypto products that I can recommend, just because I use it every day. And no matter what you think about BlockFi, I think they're completely solvent. I think they're one of the better players in the space. I don't think you really have to worry about them, just because of all the huge investors into BlockFi. But if you just want to use a credit card, that's a Visa or MasterCard or whatever it is. Yeah, Visa card. What I do is I get my monthly rewards from BlockFi, and then just throw that into my Bitcoin wallet, and then they're done with it. But anyway, suggest you guys using that link down below, because if you use that link, you get up to 3.5% APY, or 3.5% back in Bitcoin for every purchase you make. So you're just stacking Satoshis with every sandwich you buy, or case of beer you buy, or whatever. But anyway, this is getting long. Going to hit stop recording, and see you guys tomorrow with another coin analysis for you. Bye bye.